for us to get started.
Where is he?
First, I'd like to welcome everyone. I know that we've got people who've driven in from Perry, Cornell. Rini, I guess I can say you drove in from Dayton. Welcome. Welcome. I've had several people ask me, first off, am I nervous? And I know many of you do know that I'm very nervous, but not for the reasons you think. It's not a case that I'm still in the sports jacket and tie past 4:30. The fact that my shoes are shined. The fact that I've had nothing but Coca-Cola. Actually, the reason is, how would you like to have my build and have two harpoons on the wall? Bill was a little confused when he found out that I was going to be emceeing tonight. When he first suggested that we have a party for him, he submitted a couple of names that he would prefer to have as MCs. Now, he's being promoted into corporate, but he's not quite as smart about NYSEG as he thinks. Because if he really wanted to get those MCs, all he had to do was $5 and he could have had Bessie. Put it right with it, yeah.
Where is he?
It's kind of tough for me doing this, because Bill and I are really good friends. We've had some interesting times together, and I think one's about to happen. It's going to be very tough to roast him tonight and help other people do it. The operative word is difficult. Impossible, no. It will be difficult, but I'm going to enjoy every minute of it.
Yes, Bill.
Just to give you a little background, there's a lot of people with the wrong impression of Bill Crawford. The gentleman's gentleman, the dapper young man, the always up and ready. Just to give you an example, how many went to Ed Estrella's going away party? Okay, well, let me remind you a little history. What goes around comes around. At that party, we had a young security man by the name of Bill Crawford. And somehow Bill was asked if he would speak. So Bill did. And he honestly stood there and said, it's difficult, I don't know NYSEG that well. And it's difficult for me to relate to what predicated the promotion to corporate. So I have to go back to my experience and expertise with the state police. And the only thing I can tell you people is that if it's anything like a promotion to Albany, it means basically the person can't find their butt with both hands in the dark. Bill's been promoted to corporate. To get started, Bill overcame that first address with all of us. For those who don't know, at many of our very important meetings, the key meetings, Bill was the master of ceremony. And he's really quick on his feet. At introducing people, Bill is fast. Anything happens, he can immediately adjust. He's cool under pressure. And to prove it, Bill, come on out here for a minute. The first time you ever made me look good. You're going to really be happy now. To show you how quick he is, without any preparation, he's going to introduce the first speaker, Bob Addy.
Bob said this is going to be a great evening tonight, and I was warned by Governor Don earlier this week, are you coming to the pink roast Friday night? David keeps saying I've had to turn away speakers. I'm set now with about 171, and there's going to be a lot of junk tonight. And so I said, do we have any hazardous materials cover up in Ithaca? And they said, yes, we'll fix you up. Without further ado, my boss used to be Bob Addy.
Thanks, Bill. Is there a property tag on it?
No, it's a turnover.
It's a
pleasure to be here tonight to say a few words about my friend and associate, Bill Crawford. Bill, I think everybody recognizes, is, as David said, the consummate gentleman, a true professional, one of the friendliest guys that we've ever known. Always got that smile on his face. Always has a shoe shine and a crease in his pants. And there are a long list of speakers, a lot of speakers tonight, so I don't want to take too long. I do just want to say a few words about Bill and the work that he's done for us here. I think you all recognize what kind of work Bill has done and how much joy and enthusiasm he puts into his work. He always refers to getting the bad guys, and he's done a consummate job of doing that. He's brought, I think I could safely quote last year's figures of total recoveries that Bill Crawford is responsible for, $328,000. Is that right? That's bucks that come back to the company because of the way Bill Crawford has done his job. And Brett, just take over that figure, please.
I'm a little concerned. I'm down about 3,000.
I thought that was statewide. That's just good old life. Well, he approaches everything he does with that same spirit of enthusiasm and a true spirit of a professional. Bill doesn't put a lot of emotion into his work. He's very straightforward. Although he enjoys going after the bad guys and getting them, he approaches it very professionally. I was, however, able to uncover one situation where Bill relished the catch so much that he just couldn't contain himself. And when he apprehended the wrongdoer, presented that person with a bill for theft of service charges, he presented it with the following expression on his face. Sir says, "Gotcha." Seriously, I think many of you have seen this picture before. This is a picture that a good friend of mine, and used to be a friend of Bill's, gave me when I came to Elmira, saying, "Someday you may be able to use this." And someday, the first someday, occurred on the date of the salaried employees meeting, and I had this thing blown up into a couple of versions, one of which was about that big. And we presented it to Bill on that occasion, and I thought that when Bill is finally leaving Elmira, and I really can't do anything more with the picture, I give him the original. So, in whatever shape it's in, a framed original of that infamous photo. With it goes my best wishes for good luck to you and your family, and the best of everything. Thanks a lot.
It's amazing how well those old pictures keep. The next presenter comes to us by way of Cornell, and both Bill and I have had, and Dickinson for that matter, have had a lot of time to work with him, and it's been a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun to deal with. He always has new inventive things for you to get messed up with. I'm dying out here, kid. Fortunately, I have 4 kids. I'm used to waiting. And Fred Marks has asked if he could have a half an hour, 45 minutes minimum. If he could come up and do the big guy. I'm starting to worry. You notice everybody up here with me so far has been over 6 foot. I know I'm short for my weight. So, Fred, how you been?
Actually, Bill has been a marvelous part of the Hornell team on the few occasions he's been down there. And we were all very happy to see that he's gotten the promotion, but I'm a little concerned about his replacement. I really don't think the surveillance technique is all that surreptitious. Needs a little more training, Bill. I hope that didn't come from you. But Bill has helped us out a lot. And one of the things we always notice with Bill is the dapper nature of his appearance. And now that he has gone to much bigger jobs, he's probably not going to have the time to do everything that he likes to do, including those shiny shoes. So we got you a little something, Bill. Just to make your life a little easier. Make you remember Hornell.
This is as good as rapping gets at Cornell.
This is the 7th use of it. It's around a little conservative.
Rogan shine.
Yeah.
Thanks, Frank. No, it's when you MC this, and these types of things, I don't have a whole lot of experience, as you can tell. It's interesting. You're very concerned about finding presenters. People would like to come up and say a few words. Within 15 seconds of the time it had been suggested that I might want to take this job, that's backed away being called in and said, guess what? Actually, well, I'll let you know, there's 2 ways you can be up here at a promotion party. One is being promoted and one is speaking. I'm speaking, this is my only shot. But this individual called me on the phone, and it's a person that you normally don't ever, quiet. They're part of the group. Tremendous at what they do. Very unassuming. And it surprised the devil out of me. And I'm trying to think, why would this gal call up and say, I want time here. Well, yeah, here. And, of course, due to the fact that I was in shock, I said, yeah, I know, it's all right. So at this point, I would like to ask Jane, please come up here.
I know the student show up. She was in a, could you please thank her? $328,000 recovery. $320,000 was worthless checks. Bill has this infamous worthless check that he collected for credit. We had a student that went to Delmar College, and the student return went back to Kuwait. Bill didn't let that stop him. An ocean, Arabian language, that was nothing. He sent a letter to the Kuwaiti embassy telling him to get the woodchuck out of the stick. Of course, they sent it in dinar. 1,000 dinar equals 1,000 fila. We didn't know what that was, so we traded it for oil. After the embassy sent the dear Sheik Daddy Woodchuck a letter, which it was Daddy Woodchuck that paid it. Bill got his recovery rate up a little that year. What was it, $800? $900. What, 60 barrels of oil? Right after the collection, all the embassy was so busy with this, the urgency of it, Kuwait was invaded. Rumor has it Bill caused it. So, Bill, if you'd like to come up. Sheriff Bill Crawford, long arm of the law. What we're going to do with the caricature,
furniture has been covered with plastic, and everyone is invited to sign their name. So Bill has the memento of us, so it won't be confused with those bad checks. By the way, earlier today we got a phone call from Dick Carson, and Dick couldn't make it tonight. Sent Wade, wanted Terry Williams to say a few things, but Terry couldn't make it. But they got the word to me, and he wanted me to remind you of your trip to St. Lawrence with him, and suggested you might want to tell us the story about the black and white cat. Would you like to tell that story?
I guess at the time we're pretty excited about that.
Not nearly as much as Dick Carson. If any of you have been on the famous trip to St. Lawrence with Dick Carson and Terry Williams, and that, by the way, is where they are tonight. Probably already there. Oh, yeah. Dick was down on the dock feeding the fish that had been caught that day. There weren't any animals around that I had seen prior to that time, but as luck would have it, Terry is facing Dick in this respect. The river is here. I'm behind Dick. Dick is bent over in this fashion, cleaning fish. Unbeknownst to Dick, there's a stray cat with a highly erect tail. And as Dick is cleaning the fish, the cat walks between Dick's legs. Dick went, whoa! That's it.
I think I just messed up, folks. He said, Dick said to be sure Bill doesn't tell that story. Next presenter I thought we got rid of. Did you ever try to throw a boomerang away? Many of you probably was at his party. I'm talking about the one and only Dick Bullock. We had a good time that night. For those who don't know, Dick has a very unique thing now that he can brag about and he's very quick to do. And that is that Dick lives in the only city in the United States that's named after a duck, Howard. So without any further nasty quacks, I know that was foul. Now, before we go any further, tell them about the paper.
Never mind the paper. I don't know how you're supposed to follow these folks, I'll tell you. Anyway, Bill, we got a little present here for you that hopefully you'll take with you on your trip over there. Hang it in your office, and hopefully it'll be something that you can sit back and reminisce about all the good times you spent. Nice places you visited, no matter what else there is. You know some of the places I'm talking about? All some of the places you like?
Couches with no springs.
Couches with no springs.
Your chickens up there, Dick? Does that bring back
Yeah,
memories?
I've seen some of those places. How about the places where you drive in and drive in? Middle of July, Christmas lights are still on around the road. Yeah.
They're called rural America.
Rural America. As you look out in the yard, and there's the big old family tree, and it's got the family laundry hanging off some branches. Part of the family cars hanging off the branches. You know those kind of things?
Yeah.
Look around for a second. You know you're really in trouble when you get out, look over there, the family go out around the yard. That's all this sign over here. Do you follow me? Hopefully this will help you remember something.
Can you see the wrapping paper before? I feel like I'm being bar mitzvah. Well empowered, that's probably also it. David can relate to this picture as well. My imitation of this picture. Referred to as Woodrow F. Chuck. His wife, Wilhelmina Chuck. Sons up.
Alina was at the unemployment office and Uncle was in jail, so nobody can tell you. Anyway, congratulations.
Appreciate it.
Rural American. We've got quite a collection of artwork so far, so it might be time to change the pace of things. But I'd like to tell you just a little bit. Bill's done a lot of things to help me. For example, we helped pick up my clothes today. We went to the Buffalo tent in the morning. You notice one of the tent makers up there, so I got a sports jacket. He's got tremendous vocabulary. For example, for the longest time I didn't know what constabulary was. Now I can say it. I used to think of police officers or cops. It was interesting, before the promotion, he started to educate me a little bit in politics and elections and what have you, and some of the terms that they use. For example, pro. And he had a unique way of teaching me. Pro, positive, forward-looking. Con, negative, backward-looking. Progress, going forward and moving backward. Then he asked me the inevitable question, what does Congress mean? I'm still working on that in my draft many years ago. Next presenter, who's been nervously waiting. She's had a week, something like Fred has had, only she did find everything that was missing, I guess. Cheryl Butler, who's all ready to do battle with big guys. Yeah, she's ready.
First of all, Bill, never say I didn't offend you. Where's Fred? Fred. No, the other Fred, Cornell. Fred. We don't fault Bill for not going to Cornell as frequently as he did not go to Cornell because, as we all know, only the best of the best come from Elmira. My presentation to Bill is a little on the personal side, but I really need you to share in this with me. Bill, would you come up here, please? Bill has been referred to as priest, and that's because of his mode of dressing, the trousers that will stand up in the corner by themselves.
My mother used to say that when they had too much dirt to wear. Okay.
The shoes that are utterly incredible, the spit shine shoes. Now, come on, ladies. Admit it. You don't polish your shoes, do you? We wear them till the lips fall off and we throw them away and we buy new pair. Look at Bill's shoes. Did you ever see black patent leather men's shoes? These babies are spit shine. Probably daily. Once a week. One day Bill asked me for a favor, and I did not follow through on that favor. And I'm here today to prove to Bill that I did not forget him. diaper. Some of his diapers are even marked with different colors so he doesn't mess them up. We have ornaments. We have black diapers. And in case Bill doesn't feel that this is an appropriate gift, there are some diapers in there that don't have writing on them, and knowing that the best of the best come from Elmira, he might want to take the blank ones to Ithaca and wipe the sniveling noses.
How did you find out that diapers work?
I'm an old ex-Marine.
Throw that bill around and get it, he's crawling around in diapers. Let's not pick on the catcher. Okay. Interesting story with this next one. We had an individual who was talented beyond belief and pretty good with pen and pencil. And up until a couple hours ago, was about to step up to the mic and read something they put together in your tribute, Your Honor. Wasn't a bad check either. However, succumbed that she's not a performer, instead she's a writer. We found a volunteer. If she finds out we will keep these negatives, she probably won't ever volunteer again. Bev McDonald is going to read. Yeah, don't wait a second.
Come right up.
And I want you to understand, this kid right here deserves a heck of a lot of credit because about an hour and a half ago, she was in my office, and she doesn't know my mother that well, but she was referencing her. Talking about coming up from under the porch, inviting me in the leg. But in spite of that, so Bill, this is a tribute written by Liz Ruggiero, so hang on to your chairs, and presented by
Call him a trooper, somehow won't stick. We know him as Bill, or Crease, or just Slick. He doesn't chase robbers. Murderers aren't his class. He's a security investigator for electrical gas. I've seen him in action. He opens around with people who steal gas by piping underground. When we suspect it, just give it to Bill. He and Dan Troy will go into the kill. When installers report, seal gone, meter stopped, who'll be out there? The old NYSEG cop. He'd sniff and smell and get willy and rich until he resolved it. He ne'er missed a trick. In the game of who's who, Bill was a star. Give it to him, and he'd know who they are. Somehow he knew that April was married, and her husband wasn't 10, but instead it was Larry. And when their return check finally hit 4, was Bill Crawford who'd be kicking their door. And James told him that Tom Hassan went to Iraq. Bill got Hassan's father to send the cash back. When they beat on Aileen and hit Barb 2, It was always Bill Crawford who knew what to do. We'll have none of this. Now it will end. And lo and behold, they never did it again. His hair always combed, he was dressed to perfection. His shoes, both his shoes, bumped and reflected. The nuns had warned us about shoes that shine. But this was Bill Crawford, who dared their crimes. With all the dignity of a first-class dude, he taught us trooper talk, like Bucko, Chuck, and Q. When it was thought those fallen had seen light, he simply smiled and answered, "Yeah, right." So let us enjoy and be happy for our friend. He's not going far. This isn't the end. For the one phrase we remember the most, isn't that precious? To this bring our toast.
I think we ought to acknowledge Liz. That's it. Talent beyond belief. Speaking of talent beyond belief, I introduced to you what $5 more would have got you, Bill. Dick Besley.
You know, there's a side of Bill Crawford we've all seen. Bill spends a lot of time projecting an image that is all talk about. And there's a couple of things I think you ought to know. One of them is, you know, you never see it without it. You never see it. There's always trim and proper. There's never a hair out of place. Those shoes are always shine to perfection. Now, we've asked him a couple of times, and I think you heard Cheryl allude to the method he uses to keep those shoes shine. He just said, well, once a week I can shine it. Well, you know, he really never told us how he kept those shoes shine. Like a secret weapon. So, you know, we decided that we'd better put some experts on this and try to find out just what the real secret is. And we got together and we decided that just exactly who the expert would be. Real close friend of yours. I mean, knows all about you, a lot of things about you. He's probably going to spill something tonight. But he's got the secret. How do you keep those shoes shining? Tom Banker, would you like to tell us how he does that?
Again, it's stunning, man. You've been proud of us, the investigation that went after. And we get to purchase some things to come up with this. And I work for a guy that money's in the library, you know.
What's your license registration, please? What are you doing tonight, honey? No, not you with the long hair. You with the short hair. You're kind of nice.
Honey, I'm our jump. I sort of like that myself.
Great man. I have one other example of Bill's skills as a impersonator. It's something that you have to listen to. Bill won't have to perform anymore. We really appreciate the effort you put forward. But maybe you can have this because it comes right. I want you all to listen to this. I hope you can hear this because this is a gem.
Good morning, NYSEG people.